Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah. Young, black, and gifted. We do it for the culture.
Ready, Quan?
I've been ready.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey. Pause.
Okay.
I wrote that.
Yeah, man, let's go, man. You ready, Quan?
Yeah, I wrote that though. I'm gonna go.
It's been a little while, man. I hope you ain't rusty, are you?
Let's be real.
All right, my man. I just want to double check, make sure you still on point, man. Nonetheless, listen, hold on, Quan. It's been a little while. I might be a little rusty, man. This is what's this, Quan?
Cheese, like no. Young, black, and gifted.
Yes, sir, man. Finally, we returned, man.
Finally.
It's always great to get Quan through here, man. We got. I think
the only Quan.
Yeah, I think we got a nice way that we could start this episode off. It's very fitting for both of our current situations. I mean, in the moment. So, nonetheless, man, I am your host, Underrated, back once again with my faithful, dedicated co-host, Quan.
Yes,
Go ahead, do your thing, boy. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I just wanted to, get my stuff off.
It's the one and only Quan, a.k.a. Still don't leave your girl around me.
Yes, sir.
Today I'm Kyan's dad.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the great one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the great one. We're just gonna leave it right there for that.
So we'll get right into that. I'm glad you started off with such a sense of calling yourself out for being exactly who you are, which is a father to your son. So normally, you know what, I'm gonna start off just like that. Normally, I like to ask, and if you want to, you could kind of like get into like some of the things that you've been going through and dealing with over the last couple of weeks. But nonetheless, man, I want to start this episode off a little different because I too, I'm a little lucky because my baby girl, she just right before y'all pulled up, she just went down. So that's kind of like good because it get tough.
Yeah, no.
But I want to talk about a few things. We come on the show, and every time you hear, that's a large part of what you bring to the show is being a father to your son. But I want to start off a little different today, and I want to ask you, right?
Let's go.
So basically, measuring parenting expectations versus parenting reality. So the question goes: what did you believe parenting would be like prior to becoming a parent? And have your opinions on parenting changed since becoming a parent? Talk to me, Quan.
Before I was a parent, high expectations and a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you see yourself being reborn again, so you try to instill things into a child that don't understand what's going on. So there's a lot of disappointment in that and trials and tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm against the Wayne Wade. I'm against him. I only said that for a reason.
Okay, all right.
He said something that just stuck with me. He said sometimes your kids don't learn from you. You learn from your kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I agree with Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? So, he has an opinion, I have my opinion, but we ain't gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I try to instill stuff into a child that don't understand what's going on. So I have to be very patient. Sometimes like, yo, you know better, but then again, he doesn't. A humbling experience for me is that there's times where I'd be like, stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then I'd be like, wait, I can't even be mad because I used to do the same shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very much so a reality check. Absolutely.
Like I'm in the car one day, right? And I'm like, yo, stop putting the seat back. And then he just gave me the smirk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn, this is karma.
Yeah.
I used to do the same.
Yeah, blast from the past.
I used to do the same exact stuff, and he does it literally just like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
so coming into becoming a parent, a father, right? Like you said, the expectations were very high.
Mhm.
So were the when you say the expectations like for yourself, obviously, because as far as you being a father and your son being the age, how old is he again?
He'll be 7 in July.
Okay. So yeah, he's still fairly young, and he's still at that sponge stage where he's learning things and trying to figure it out. Just kind of like myself at 30 plus, right?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, do you feel like to up until this point that you've adjusted well?
I could say a little bit.
Okay.
I'm still learning, and like I'm gonna be the first to admit this, but he's helping me grow up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I look at myself, but like, damn, bro, I need to, you know what I'm saying, grow up. Like, when people say, oh, you're a good parent. I don't think I am. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't give myself the flowers of being a great parent and everything else. I just show up, do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I try to instill hard work, priorities, discipline, like all these things, because those are things that I missed. You know, we get so caught up of giving the kids the life that we never had, but we use that word in vain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's more so, I didn't have Jordans, so I'm gonna give my kid Jordans. But no, it's not about that. You're supposed to give them guidance,
Mm-hmm.
advice, understanding, those type of things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so in the beginning, I ain't gonna lie, I was that parent that was just buying dumb shit, Jordans, all that other stuff, and that doesn't do anything but feed your ego. You know what I'm saying? Kids, 16 months or whatever, they don't need Jordans or Gucci. They don't need that because it doesn't mean anything. They don't even know what that means. All you're doing is programming them to think that way.
Mm-hmm.
I got a niece right now. She got an iPhone 14.
Mm-hmm.
I got an iPhone SE. She clowned me. She only 10. She like, yo, you got that little phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's just a phone.
The learned behavior. One of the things that you said that I wanna touch on was the how did you say it? You said
I said a lot of stuff. I don't even remember.
But it was something specifically that you just said here. It's like rebirth. It's like
It
learning
is.
yourself all over again.
Yes.
But what it made me think about was kind of like looking at yourself, doing some self-reflecting,
Yeah.
and obviously, in order to kind of like have this come to this realization, you would have to had done some inward looking, some soul searching, right?
Yeah.
But as messed up as we may tend to be at this point, we want to take that advantage, take advantage of that opportunity to make better for our children. And you're right too, because a lot of the ways of thinking, some of the behaviors are learned.
Yes, sir.
So even in being a parent is like, yo, you become like challenged to change.
Yes.
Because you want the best for your child. You know what I mean? So like for me, like I'll kind of like answer the question. I don't think I really had any expectations, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
No expectations of being a parent, because I didn't know what to expect. What I did know, what I mean by I didn't know what to expect is what that entailed, what being a parent came along with, the sacrifices and all that stuff, right? But one thing I did know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, is that I want to be there.
Of course.
I'm talking about like from, obviously I have multiple children.
Yeah.
So from my first child to now is a lot different. But I just knew that earlier in me being a parent that I wanted to make a point to be there. Even in not knowing and not having much, not having the guidance myself.
Yeah.
And knowing what to do and with that, I just knew I wanted to be there. And even in it, I'll even share with you too. Even in being there, like you said, you learn so many things from your children.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for me, I'm still learning. I'm trying to raise them, but I'm still growing.
Yeah.
You follow me at the same time. So, expectations though, I don't think it was many expectations there. One thing I'll say, and I don't know if any of my children's mothers would like to agree, but I like to take credit for a lot of the great things that come out of my children. Again, I said this before on one of our earlier episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that there aren't great things within my children's moms, But even to say that, they basically carried them, they nurtured them, so they have to have something of their mothers. But I'm talking about the things that are evident to me. I think there are things that they inherited from me as their father.
I actually agree because that's
Mm-hmm.
like one of my priorities to bring the greatness out of my son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give him as much time as I would love to because I have to provide and everything else. But I always try to bring the greatness out of him. You know what I'm saying? There's two things I make sure I tell him to do: stand up for yourself and do your homework. Priorities. I don't care who it is. Stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody belittle you, and do your homework.
I seen somebody pose a great question. What's some of the greatest advice that you could give your son? And I really wanted to dig deep and to find something, and that was like one of those Jones that I was stuck with. I mean, obviously the basic things, like but when you say some of the greatest advice, I was a little stuck. But some of the things I saw there, this was like a social media thing. One of the things that stuck out to me from some of the answers that were rendered up was how to have teach them emotional intelligence, how to be in control of their emotions. And for me, just concerning my son, my 9-year-old son, for sure, that's a great lesson that needs to be learned by him. And to your point, the time, I don't have the amount of time necessary in order to help implement those things. And it's sort of and kind of like, when I do get time to spin with him, it's like I gotta catch up. I gotta get him caught up. It's not as consistent as it probably should be. I'm not gonna say could be, but that it should be. And I don't know. I was a little stuck with that. So let me ask you, Quan, like, what's some, like, even if it's not the greatest, you don't have to rack your brain, but like,
rack my brain.
So just concerning your situation and how you want your son to be, like, what's some of the best advice that you could give your son?
Always remember you're great.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tear you down to big themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
Always shoot for the stars.
I would agree, man. Even in teaching our young men, even our daughters too, but since we're speaking about your son, teaching our young men how to self-confidence, even self-love.
There's some things like he'll be like, oh, I want to do this, and I'm like, yo, you can do anything. But when he be like, I want to work at McDonald's, I'm like, you can do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not knocking anybody that works at McDonald's.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying, but it's something greater than that.
And in time they will understand.
Yeah,
I talked about, speaking of McDonald's, I was just talking to shout out to Jazz too for piecing this thing together. Well, actually, you pieced this together. She just wrote it out for me. This is your episode.
Ironically, I just started it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. But one of the things I was just speaking to her, this is kind of like off. I mean, similar to what's going on here, so I could find a way to tie it in. But we talked about McDonald's. I seen this video where they talked about how they use McDonald's as like they made it a part of the reward system. Like the feeling that children gain off of getting McDonald's is almost like a joy thing. Mm-hmm. But that's how they market it to us. But the greatest thing is that it's not good for us, right?
Yeah.
But you got to think about it, man. Some kids as young as, my daughter 3, she can say McDonald's. She knows McDonald's. Like, how do you know it? She don't know how to get to a McDonald's. She don't know, you know what I mean? She don't know what to take off the menu. Maybe she do say, oh, I want a cheeseburger. But my thing is the things that our youth are learning at young ages is what I'm saying.
Programming.
Yes. So as fathers, I'll say, like, for myself, I feel like, my mission is even greater to reprogramming myself, because if the program that I'm running is complete opposite to the world, I'm gonna look like I'm crazy. I'm gonna look like I'm odd. So the biggest goal for me is to, have my program produce results, because that's probably the biggest thing. Like you want. What's the joy in having a turkey burger or whatever, or not even a veggie burger opposed to a hamburger? Yeah. You follow me? But if you could produce results as to why that's good for you, opposed to just saying it's just good for you, mm-hmm. you probably more likely to gain. I mean, from anybody, not just your children, but you'll probably get the attention required. But
ironically, mm-hmm. He said a few times like, "Hey, can I go to the gym with you?" And I'm like, "No." right? Then I sat down and thought, like, when I get to, like, 11, he coming to the gym with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna work on himself, and you understand that give you a lot of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Shout out to the Morton brothers. If you haven't, go check out that episode. But their father, one of the large part of their regimen. I mean, definitely well accomplished in school in academics. That's like first thing.
Just reminded me.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to Retro Fitness. It was this dude named Renard.
Mm-hmm.
His Instagram is Go Hard and Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Great brother. I met him in, like, I'm going to say 2015, 2016. And I remember his son was like 9th grade. He trained his son to run track and football.
Mm-hmm.
Now he said his goal.
Hold on. You good? You tired? The back. Okay, right here. This good. This all content, bro. He good. Yep. No. Next door. Yeah.
Yeah. So he said his goal was to train his son to play football, but his whole objective while training him was to get him a free education. He wanted him to do a 4-year.
You told me this. Yeah.
No, that was somebody else. He was a 4-year college for just free, and he go to Delaware State right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's training a lot of the youth. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give him a shout out.
That's good, dude. Shout out to him. I was just thinking about. Because you talked about taking him to the gym young. Lil Flash. Shout out to Flash and Lil Dev. Flash only 9, and Lil Dev is 11, and they lift weights within their realm.
That's a great time.
And again, shout out to Dev to their father, because he's a trainer too. So he trains not only himself and others, but he trains his sons too. So yeah, like you said, the age that you gave, that's probably a good. I mean, and he a big boy, so you might be able to get him start him off small.
He ain't there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he like to run around and do all that other stuff. He ain't there.
Cardio. I mean, cardio was good too. So basically, what I was getting to with the last thing and bringing in McDonald's is, and then you brought up a good thing about programming, how tough our job is as fathers and leaders. That basically we have to work against everything else. Everything else that's been placed in this world basically works against what we stand for. So we have to figure out a way to implement our thing, our ideology, our purpose. Whereas it's like, yo, they step outside, our children step outside, and it's like, well, everybody going left. Why my dad telling me to go right?
Ironically,
that's
society. We was in that position when your parents say this or that, and you be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just I've been there. I've given my nephew numerous advice, and he looks at me and be like, yeah, then just does the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it makes you want to wash your hands, like, well, that shit is. Saying.
Word. So yeah, so I mean, nonetheless, you always come here and give me flowers. I want to give you your flowers. I mean, shout you out. You brought the young king with you here today.
Respect.
Yeah, I mean, I rock out with that. I got little ZZ back there asleep. I thought she would be up during our recording, so
I appreciate it.
We a little safe now that she sleep.
This is a message I want to say to the world. Just something small. People deserve their flowers alive, not on their tombstone. Just want to say that flowers do not go on your tombstone, because guess what? When you dead, you can't smell them. Deep.
So shout out to all the fathers, parents in general. Nobody singled out, but we just kind of like that segment was more relative to who we are. So shout out to all the parents out there making the sacrifices, holding it down, taking care of the family. All right. Let's switch it up a little bit. Before we get into some of these other topics that you got, let's talk about the NBA. What's happening in the NBA right now, man? How y'all looking right now?
We're looking good.
Okay. Y'all play tonight?
Of course. Which one we do? Which one we do? So,
I'm not. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about it.
Of course.
It's been a while since the last time we heard. No, I mean, I know it's only one game, and what I
heard about Mike Budenholzer?
Who?
Mike Budenholzer.
Who's that?
The Bucks coach.
Yes.
Fired.
But I told you that.
I think that's BS.
Okay. Let's talk about it, Quan. So for those who didn't hear, the Milwaukee Bucks coach, NBA championship winning coach, just got fired. So this is a great topic to start off in basketball, because me and Quan text about this thing here.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I did go with the narrative that the Bucks are gonna go. But to be honest, I don't care about the Bucks. I don't care. They have one. that have one player, and all you have to do is put a wall up. I played basketball before. People like him, I'll make him shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never come up in here. They put the wall up and boom, nothing happened. But injuries played a part too. He missed those 2 games. And let's be real, Chris Middleton, bro, he's buns. He's spiced. They sound like he's a number 2, more like a number 4.
Yeah. So I'll say this. I'll jump in by saying this.
Shout out Jimmy Buckets.
It would have to have been the coaching, right? Because Giannis definitely is who he's supposed to be. And if you feel as though, because we've talked about it here and we've talked about it through text, if you feel as though that the pieces that they have are good, it would have to be the coaching that they just not utilizing them correctly. I think that they could use some better pieces. My thing is where and how. Who is going to come? You just got to look at the pieces they have now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, they still got Drew.
Yeah.
Right. So you figure Drew bounced around the league. He was down at, where was he in? New Orleans.
Hit a slide of the league.
Yeah, he hit New Orleans. What you got? What you want? What is it? I don't know. You gotta say it.
We're not playing no golf in here.
Oh yeah, no.
Kitchen?
The kitchen? Oh, all right, yeah. So that's fine. Look, you could play with that, but you gotta remember we recording. All right? All right, cool. So I was saying that you gotta think about Drew. He's a solid player, but he had to find his place. But that's the kind of players you're gonna get in Milwaukee. You're gonna get those maybe second choice players. Because Drew wasn't was he ever an all-star before he got there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sixers.
Okay, so cool, right? So okay, maybe even an all-star level player, you might get them, but superstars, you gonna be hard pressed to get superstars to go to Milwaukee. Is my point. Giannis will have to leave. He was ready to leave because things weren't right, but they made proper adjustments. They won the championship the following year. I just don't think it's a good situation. Now they could recover with their coaching because they could, through the coaching, and then with the pieces that they do have, they could implement a strong game plan that could potentially win. But I already knew. I said they not, even when they won, I was kind of like, who they beat? Chris Paul? Yeah, like, come on. I was like,
Chris Paul had the shortest addiction of all time.
So,
but let's listen. Let's give a shout out to De'Aaron Fox. That's my favorite left-hand player of all times. That boy has arrived. I just want to say that.
Okay. We definitely gonna give De'Aaron Fox his flowers, but we going to definitely, since you switching it up there, we're gonna definitely give Mike Brown his too.
Of course, hell yeah.
Yeah. So
hell yeah.
Not only let Mike Brown, not only obviously he won those championships with Golden State as their assistant, but he also was there when Brian went to his first championship. Yeah. So he's been around for a long time. And so to see, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised because I don't expect Sacramento to do anything great. I'm gonna be honest, that's just they MO. But when you look at them, they've been in the lottery damn near the last 10 years. You follow me? So if they get the right coaching, which you seeing, happen there, even though they got bounced, but it's only right because what game plan is they running? They running the Warriors game plan anyway. So it boiled down to experience.
Well, I think that they lost because of the boards.
They didn't have any rebounding.
Yeah. No, okay. Sabonis is a better rebounder, technically. But Kevon Looney just manned him.
As he should.
Yeah, he had 20 boards, 21 boards, 23 boards. He's a what's they call him? The walking single double. 4 points, 20 boards, like that type of ball.
So I would say that it didn't surprise me that Golden State won. It doesn't control. Let's go ahead. What you got? 24. What do you say?
24.
You gotta tell us so we can hear you. What you say? Toy food? I don't think we got any toy food.
You just can't sit still, can you?
Yeah, that's a old joint. I don't think she got any toy food. ZZ sleep. If she was awake,
just watch some YouTube.
If she was awake, she'd be able to help. She'd be able to help you find out all her toys. I don't know about all her toys. There's so many of them over there. So I was saying that. with Golden State, and you got Kai. So you got to be careful because we recording right here. So you got to be careful not to. You can come if you want to come on camera.
Bro, go in that room.
Come on camera. No. I ain't got no light in there. Yeah, I ain't got to. You got to. I would have to put the lamp in there. So no, I was saying he good where he at. He good doing everything he doing. But if you gonna come on camera, you gonna come sit right here and chill with us.
But you can't move.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. But if you want to chill there, you gotta be mindful not to walk on camera. All right. Thank you. So he good, Quan.
No, he's not.
I was saying he good. That was part of the. Imagine how my 3-year-old daughter would be if she was awake right now. I lucked up.
My bad.
Yeah, I lucked up. If she was awake and
had to spike his drink with some NyQuil.
He was if she was awake with him here, it would be crazy. It would be even wilder. So that's why I don't mind chipping in because I don't have to worry about my baby girl at the moment. Nonetheless, I was saying that what was I saying? I was saying about I guess talking about Golden State and just saying that they or maybe about Sacramento.
Yeah.
They made the proper adjustments. I think that if they get a few players,
Get rid of Harrison Barnes.
That's what they got.
Yeah, I said it.
It's very much so
step back.
It's very much so the Golden State Warriors.
I know, but you saw that step back by Harrison Barnes.
I didn't see it.
Very disappointing.
What happened?
To win the game, he did like a step back, John. It's brick.
Oh yeah, no, Harrison Barnes ain't been good since he left. Since he left them.
No, he ain't been good since 2015.
That's what I'm saying. Since he left them.
No, he left 2016.
You sure?
Yeah, because remember when you played the Cavaliers, they was leaving him open. Like, yeah, go ahead, shoot it.
He was on that team.
Yeah,
when the second year in 2016. I didn't even realize he was there.
I should call him Bricks.
Because he definitely was balling. He was balling the first championship.
Yeah,
he was definitely a great help. But nonetheless, I think just to bring it up, I think that Golden State in LA is going to be a great series.
Yeah,
I think that Golden State will have the advantage once they get home. Because
we're already home.
One thing, true. One thing I'll say about Golden State is their ability to find ways to win. Is the experience they didn't have that run for all them years for nothing, and see how it works in their favor. It's because a lot of the teams they running into is young, so they got them old head Draymond. They got them old head tricks that a lot of these young bulls don't know.
Green
okay,
pisses me off a lot.
Okay. Because it's play or antics?
When I look at him, you know who he reminds me of sometimes?
Who's that?
Ben Simmons.
Why Ben Simmons?
Because at times he doesn't
shoot
the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's 4 seconds on the clock, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot the ball. He looking for somebody. I'm like, bro, what the fuck wrong with you? Yo? Like, shoot the ball.
If he could, he probably got comfortable. I mean, they got.
Can he at least give me 10 shots a game?
Yeah,
10 shots a game.
He probably got comfortable with letting the young boys, letting Steph and the other young boys get their shots, and him just kind of like being the heartbeat, and it works for him well. Now, granted, if he could give you 10 on top of all the other stats that he offer up,
perfect.
That'd be perfect. But I get it. He 4 championships,
I ain't gonna hold you. I'd have stepped on Sabonis too, but I'd have stepped on his face. Like, oh, you gonna grab? Oh, my fault, bro. I'd have tripped. Oh, my fault.
Honestly speaking, I know you a Warriors fan. Do you think that the that the Lakers have enough to outlast?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got the length.
That's what AD. So I'm glad you brought that.
I didn't say AD.
But I'm bringing up AD. But that's the and you brought up Kevin Looney though. But I think that's the difference. Kevin Looney is a bigger body, but AD is more skilled, if you will.
No, Kevon had 23 boards that game.
You see, that ain't no good. You can't be letting him do that type shit.
Yeah, but I don't think AD poses a big threat because.
Excuse me. Go ahead, keep talking.
Because he's gonna go out there sometimes ball. Then other times it's gonna look like street clothes as they call them. So no, I think it's the defensive players that they have, like Vanderbilt 6'9" guarding Steph, or Austin Reeves is starting to blossom, or even the snitch D'Angelo Russell. He's looking okay.
I think that D'Angelo Russell, I think, is a key factor in what's going to happen with their success.
Yeah, that pick and roll is dangerous.
He just has this kind of goes back. This plays into what I talk about that Golden State has that not many teams right now that are competing in the playoffs have. is that experience. D'Angelo don't have that real experience. Now, granted, he got LeBron with him, so he could probably like follow his lead. Mm-hmm. But still, it has to translate into your game too. Even AD, same thing with AD. I mean, AD won a champ, but it's a little different. I just think it's a little different. If they could make it to the first off, let's see if they could get past. If they could get past Golden State, they're gonna have to face who? The Nuggets or who else? Who the other team that's left?
The Nuggets versus the Suns.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be tough.
To be honest, I think that the winner of the series is gonna go to the championship or win it.
The winner of
the series. Lakers.
LA, for real?
I think so. Because
you think that one of these teams could outlast one of those two teams?
Yes,
one of those?
Yes. The Suns are down 2-0.
But because they got Jokic. And see, that's what I'm saying, too.
Did we send them home packing last year, 4-1?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs.
It could. But I just think so because I feel like this fifth ring for either Steph or LeBron, it means way more than the other four. It's going to like literally solidify and maybe Steph maybe top 5. Well, he's already my top 5, but it's going to solidify the naysayers. Like, get him out of here. Oh, yo, he won the 5th one.
Steph got to show up in the finals. I'm sorry, he ain't.
Last year.
Did he show up? Oh, he got the. He did.
He ripped their heart out.
He did. He did.
Oh no. Oh, let's break it. Oh, so in 2018 he showed up. He averaged 29.
It's the what year was that? Who did he have on the team?
KD. Let's get to that. Let's
talking about KD. The big moment.
Listen,
Steph.
Okay, listen.
It's easy to be a superstar.
A role player.
Listen, no. It's easy to be a superstar and then fall into the position of role player.
That said that Steph Curry was double teamed 100 and something times. How many was KD double teamed? Twice. Oh yeah. What's the record with KD as opposed to without Steph? Oh yeah. Listen, the Warriors were never when KD came to the team. Steph did not hand KD the keys to the Ferrari. He handed him the keys to the Tesla. Tesla drive themselves. Yeah, I said it.
Smoked him. So real quick, because I want to talk about we'll be here talking all day about Golden State in LA, right? So obviously your prediction for this is that Golden State outlasts the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. And you said that whoever beats this series, you got them coming out the West at least, right? Or winning the championship, right?
Yes, sir.
So all right, so let's talk about the East then and what's happening in the East. First off, let's talk about this Joel Embiid MVP.
Ironic. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
He shouldn't have got it.
I think it was a simple. And one, I don't know if you noticed, but they handed the award. They presented the award a lot earlier than they normally do.
Yeah.
Normally it'd be almost the finals by the time they say who the MVP is.
Yeah, I look at the thing.
It was the sympathy joint. It was the same joint. It's the joint they gave James Harden.
Deep.
Yeah, it's the same joint.
Samaj? I don't call him James. It's Samaj. Yeah. But no, Jokic has the better record, field goal percentage, free throws, rebounds, assists. Only thing Joel has, I think, is points and blocks and one other thing. But she just
they
crushed.
Gotta win. They gotta get. Can they get to the Eastern Conference Finals? Have they touched the Eastern Conference Finals?
They're playing at Kryptonite right now.
That's what I'm saying. And they got that first. Now this is the thing. So now this another part that we got to talk about. I know a lot of our key, a lot of our dedicated listeners not gonna like my stance on this, right? I get on here and I get on AI. But my thing is, they won Game 1 without Joel Embiid.
It's crazy.
He returned and they get smoked. They rolled them niggas up.
I've never agreed with Charles Barkley before in my life. Okay. I agree with him. He said that they should have just set Joel out because I know they're eager because he won MVP and everything else, but it just messed up the whole flow of the offense. They should have just waited till he got home and then, you got the crowd behind you and it's like, yeah, go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? But messed it up.
Yeah, I heard somebody else say it. I'm not sure where I saw it, but somebody else pointed out that the guards just don't play well when he's on the floor. And if they beat the defending Eastern Conference Championship Boston Celtics without him, that say a lot.
Yeah,
say a lot.
I was surprised Samaj dropped 45.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was surprised. Hey,
and
man.
because it turns into more of a because they have. I play with them on the game right now, but they don't have a big man presence, but they play defense. They have a good defense. They rely on each other. They play as a unit. You follow me? And offensively, you have they're skilled offensively, but it's levels when you start talking about like James Harden. Like,
I like that boy Maxey. That's my guy.
Oh yeah, young boy.
That guy.
Yeah. Give me Miss Flowers.
Yeah.
The Sixers can do it. I think the Sixers can do it. I'm gonna be honest. I like Boston coming out the East. To be completely honest with you, it's just that the Sixers. Do they make the proper
I
adjustments?
ain't gonna lie. Who I really like who I would want to come out the East, the Knicks.
Okay, I wouldn't be mad at
I would love
that
for them to come out the East
because it's like the underdog. So that's why I wouldn't be too mad at that. I wouldn't be like salty at.
And that boy Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart together. Wow.
Boo. Both of them niggas. But listen,
You're nothing but a shout out.
Yeah, I don't like Josh Hart. Wasn't he a part? Wasn't he on the Lakers with Brian and them? Or he was either on the Lakers or he more Cleveland. He was somewhere.
He was on Lakers.
Yeah, but that would be nice. The Knicks would be nice. Okay.
Remember the press week, John?
The Knicks would be nice because they are a underdog team.
Yes, sir.
And even what's the name too? Even Miami, but Jimmy hurt. Ain't Jimmy hurt?
Yeah, but that boy's a dog.
Yeah.
It's
been evident. It's just how they handle Milwaukee. It just show. I mean they handled
again.
Yeah. So so in a perfect world, we looking at a rematch from last year. In a perfect world.
You mean
in the finals rematch?
Oh, a redo. You mean?
Really, it's not. It's going to be what it's supposed to be.
A redo.
A rematch.
No, redo.
It's going to be.
Yeah, you said rematch. Didn't mean to redo it again. That's what you're saying.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's going to be. That's in a perfect world. Since we don't live in a perfect world, I'm going to call it Lakers versus Boston for the championship.
Well, Boston not going, so let's be real.
They not?
No.
They not going to the championship?
Nah.
You don't think they could beat none of the other teams that's left?
You think if let's say Jimmy Butler goes to the conference, you think he'll want to go out like that?
That's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Jimmy buckets.
He putting too much. I think, and see, this is the thing about when you're the sole guy about the team. Like on teams like that, it's not like that Milwaukee team where they had pieces and it was just kind of clicking. Jimmy is literally like putting his body on the line.
The heart, soul, the
oil. He gonna be sore by the time if they make it to the next round. He gonna be hurt. He gonna be worn down.
Well, we ain't worried about that light skinned boy, that hot yellow fool.
Kobe Jr. I'm trying to tell you,
Kobe Jr.
It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen.
Kobe had a son.
I'm calling it right now.
Kobe had a son.
Lakers versus the Oh, all right. Sorry, just got a text from my mom. Hey, mom.
On 2K, yeah.
L.A. Boston rematch. Sixers don't beat. Maybe Boston in 6.
Oh, you're talking about L.A. versus Boston in October, the beginning of the season, right?
Nah.
I know you're talking about June.
Boston over Philly. I just had shout out to Riz Mack. Riz was over here. We was talking about this.
I seen that young boy too.
Who? Riz?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You see
he tried to roll up on me. I was like, yo, bro, I don't play that, dog.
Who you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Foodie Life Mac.
I know.
Oh, all right.
He tried to run up on me, dog.
Oh, he recognized you in public?
You tripping?
You ain't so bad without your boys.
Tito.
You ain't so bad.
I caught him at Pizza Paradise.
Okay. That's my spot.
That's my pizza, John.
Yeah, so, all right. Yeah, so moving forward, before we move forward, how you feel about Lamar finally getting his money? And we'll talk about Jalen Hurts getting paid, too. I think they both happened since the last time we were here. Shout out to those young brothers, right?
So I'm going to say this first. I just started watching football, but I've always been a black quarterback advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar was my guys in Louisville. Mm-hmm. I remember he had like 49 touchdowns or something, and he just went unnoticed. You know why, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm glad he actually got his money. You know what I'm saying? Because it's well-deserved. Mm-hmm. It's no reason why these other I'm not saying Jalen Hurts. No reason why these other quarterbacks.
Even
my fault. These other don't do Sean like that.
I'm saying he got paid too.
I know, but don't do it like that.
Yeah.
I'm making sure. No, it's no.
What he got a cut? What he got like $5 million more than Jalen Hurts? It was just
it's all guaranteed. 230, all guaranteed.
Oh wow,
all guaranteed.
Wow.
No reason why.
Shout out. To him.
I was saying it's no reason why these other prototype quarterbacks have these big contracts with nothing to prove for it. Oh, you going off potential? You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott got his money. What'd he do? Josh Allen is buns. He's garbage. He has the pieces.
Oh, all right.
He has the pieces. He got the defense, got the offense, got the wide out. You know what I'm saying? He has a solid running back. Not great. He has the arm.
Mm-hmm.
He should be the new Folders, not Aaron Folders.
Mm.
He should be the new Folders because he fold all the time.
Dang.
He remind me of Tony Romo. Yeah, I said it.
Who?
Josh Allen. Has great teams. Can't get it done.
Did Tony Romo have great teams?
Yeah. Remember they went like 13-3.
Yeah.
They had plenty of chances.
Yeah, they won a few league. I mean, they won a few conference. Was that the division championships too under his helm too?
Hey, I can beat Usain Bolt when he sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying.
So shout out the Lamar Jackson and also Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens quarterback and Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, on signing their major big contracts.
I gotta get to a
Young,
game.
black, and gifted supports it.
Gotta get to a game, but I gotta get my Baltimore language up.
Yeah. Hey, you said gate 2? Gate 2?
I'm carrying the D with the D.
How many bears? Let me get 2 bears.
D.
So let me. So what we got next?
Bars. That's what we got.
So these are a few topics that you tossed my way. Over and that's fine. I'm okay with that. With this kind of, we talked about fatherhood, we talked about sports. This is very much so a manly man's episode. You know, let's talk about the importance of albums versus mixtapes. This was something you tossed at me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to lead on it since it was your topic, or do you want me to start it off?
You're the music guy.
Okay. So what I would say when I hear that, what I think so mixtapes are important because so if we're talking about like major artists, right? I think mixtapes are important, especially maybe not so much now today because you have streaming sites, but if you're just talking about like historically, mixtapes have been important because they allow you to touch a more broadened fan base. I mean, we had back in my days, it was hit that Jonah. Yeah, thank you. Back in our day, like we had the $5 mixtape, so they was affordable. Whereas the album,
Street.
The album might have cost us about $20. You follow me?
And it'll sell out. Yeah,
I mean, if you're not getting the bootleg, I'm just saying. But if you're going to support the artist and going to get the actual joint, so the importance of the mixtape is very important because it in terms of like being a rapper, it helps you better display your abilities through like mixtape music. So if you think about Wayne, and we're gonna get to that too. We're gonna talk a little bit about Wayne too. And this kind of like cut into my point about Wayne is Wayne did that 2008 run. In between,
I think it's a little before that.
Everything. I'm what his run.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about what was crazy for me, right? For me, it was between Carter 2 and Carter 1. Everything that he did in between. I'm not talking about the 2 album releases. Yeah. I'm just talking about everything that he did in between. All the mixtapes, all the freestyles, all the features, all that stuff, right? That type stuff was very important because it helped to sell. By the time he got to Carter 3, which to this day, I mean, we gonna get to that, Quan. Carter 3 is just not one of my favorite Wayne projects.
I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
Okay.
I think no problem. Go
ahead. So nonetheless, I just say mixtapes are important for your for marketing, if you will.
And to gain a fan base.
Yeah,
notoriety.
Exactly. Whereas with albums are for sales, and albums. And when I think about albums are going to outlast you, as the artist, right? So after you did you had this. So if we just using Wayne as an example, right? After you done had this crazy run, your album should mirror what you did for the last 18 months in the mixtape scene. You follow me? But that's the thing about when you start talking about doing albums, because you got a whole bunch. It's not just so much you having the creative control. You got a whole bunch. You got A&Rs. You got executives saying, we want to go this way. Oh, let's take that song off and let's do this song. This has more appeal. We're trying to sell records here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It becomes more political And this is just from the sense of like this isn't directed towards any independent artists or anything. That's just talking about like historically how it's been. So, and I'm just talking about rap. But if you want to even get into like, if you want to consider like oldies, it wasn't them. It was the album. You follow me? If you start talking about R&B and all that stuff, it was the album. So, albums are very important. Mixtapes are cool, but the album I think is very important because it's kind of like so look, us having a conversation behind we texting, we talking, we debating back and forth and all that stuff. That's our mixtape. This is our album. When we get here,
bars.
You follow me?
Bars.
This is the album. So we need to make sure that this go as well as possible because this is what we're going to put out and this is what's going to hit the airwaves and what's going to be judged. So albums I think are very important. Mixtapes are important too, but I think the album, the finished product becomes more important.
I think that there's a lot of artists that gets a lot of shine. They have horrible albums, but great mixtapes. Or you know what I'm saying? I think that there's only a select few of artists that actually have a great combination of both, of great mixtapes and great albums. Like Wayne, Future. I'm not really a great Future fan, but I know he has like a fucking million mixtapes and like 40 albums. Meek. I think that he's a great mixtape artist and a horrible album artist. I think that, that's a good song that I like by Meek. I'll get back to you on that one.
If you ask me, if I go listen to Meek album catalog, it's probably going to be his last, not his last album, but the championship albums. To me, that's probably his best effort as far as the album is concerned.
I think he had like a few songs here or there, like even 50 Cent has some great mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Like great mixtapes. I heard a lot of what's it, Elephant in the Sand? Good John. Good John. I've been doing my research lately. Joel Santana, man. Mr. Drop the Ball. Had all the potential in the world to be great, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, I was a avid Joel Santana fan.
No, you was a Dipset guy.
Yeah, but Joel's was my guy.
Yeah.
But I was definitely like how I came into Dipset. It was because of Joel's. But his albums, I think I enjoyed his albums because I was such a big fan. But I don't know, that'd be a great way to like kind of like measure like who's, if in terms of like the ratio between mixtapes and albums, which was better. Like, was his album? I like both his albums, but in terms of like, I probably like more songs off the first album than I did off the second one. I like the second one. Yeah, From Me to You.
I think that his second album was an okay record. It just came a little commercial.
Yeah, but that's what it was. I don't know if the first one he was at Def Jam, but by then he was in cahoots with Def Jam, and they was
yes, wait a minute.
Yeah. They was just trying to sell records, and he had way high. Joel's okay. Yeah, that's off the first album, but this the joint too, the Santana. Yes,
that's my joint. That's my joint.
That could have easily been a single. Like I'm talking about what his image was and how he had hit the scene. That could have easily been a single. That should have been one of his singles, but they wanted to do Mr. Postman.
Good, John.
Yeah. So you would say in terms of importance, albums also?
Yes.
Okay.
But also it depends your audience also. Like who are you making
your
music
target
for?
audience?
Who are you making music for?
And when you brought up artists like when you say like Future,
yeah.
But even it just made me think about today's artists. Like even if we don't name any, I think that their fan base consumes music completely different. So like the music is like hyped up. It's not that it's not good, but I think it's hyped up. So maybe after a certain amount of time, they are, the fan base desires and requires more. You follow me?
Yeah.
Because like this album, but we need something new. You follow me?
Yeah. And we're in an era also where right now people feel like, hey, if you ain't dropped no music in 2 weeks, you fell off. Very disappointing.
Yeah, it's just what I'll say is it's just a different way that not only a different way that people consume music, but it's just a different time, a point in time.
Give me an artist right now that's new that you like.
That's new?
A rapper, not R&B.
No, that's out and that's doing shit. I don't like, and don't nobody. If right now in the top maybe 6 projects on my on my Apple Music is county rappers.
Kai's the real.
Yeah. Fastlane Main, even Fastlane Main, Keith Dave, obviously Yami Kurosaki, who else I got up there? Ferrari Kari. You know, it's just mainly like the what you getting tired? You getting tired? All right. You can sit back right here.
Lay down.
No, he good right here. He can let him sit behind you, bro. He good. Just as long as you don't mess up his recording. Yeah, rock out like that, bro. You good, all right? All right. My man. Yeah, do your thing. Yeah, do your thing, Neff.
Gotcha.
So yeah, those am I missing anybody? Yeah, they probably like the top Jones I got up there. But as far as like industry artists, nah, forget about it.
I like what's the boy, that young boy named J.I. Prince of New York.
Oh yeah,
that's my young boy.
I don't know about none of his new stuff. I kind of liked him. You know, he from JD from that show.
Yeah, the music game.
Yeah, he was.
Him and
Lotto. I don't know if they was on the same season.
They was on the same time.
Is another one that I follow. Her name is Nika. But but J.I. like I never really caught none of his music because he caught that what's the name wave that not A Book, was it A Book? It was A Boogie Style. But what's the other young boy that got A Boogie Style? Shout out to him. He had got shot like last year. What's the young
TJ?
TJ.
Oh,
yeah,
TJ.
They kind of like all got that same
that
John. You feel me? It was a whole run where it was a bunch of dudes sounding like that.
Yeah. Good.
So albums, right? We taking albums?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. So next, since we're talking about music, let's get into this. So it's been this big talk and this debate about a potential 50 Cent versus Wayne. So I don't know if we'll ever get that, but let's
we ain't.
Okay, so but still, let's talk about it. So since I started off on the last one, I'm gonna let you start this one off and just give me your opinion who you think is gonna carry that one home.
Well,
20 songs.
Okay, so first, I'm gonna say this. The song, like if it's a performance, like the songs most times don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
For my opinion, it's about the performance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen it plenty of times. Like Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. I thought Fat Joe was gonna win because he has more songs, but Ja Rule washed him with the performance. So you know what I'm saying? Favorite to Ja Rule. The peak of versus the Lox versus Dipset.
Mm-hmm.
Dipset has higher charting songs, more hit records, but they got washed. So I think it's about who wins the performance. Now, this is hard. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. What he at? New Orleans, New York.
LA.
It's still hard. It's still hard.
Yeah, put him in LA.
Corner crowd. The 40-year-olds or 30-year-olds.
The 30-year-olds.
Damn.
Yeah. Ain't no 20-year-olds. The mid 30s. From your age to 40s. That group right there, from early 30s to late to early 40s. That's who you got in there.
Who am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with 50.
I already knew you was. Why 50?
It's off of impact. I think Wayne has the impact and the longevity, but I think it's like some people. I got a good question for you. This is what's more important? Who hit the hard? No, whose impact was the hardest? Or who did longer?
Whose impact was
it did more damage, or who did it longer?
Who impact was whose impact lasted longer?
Yeah, or whose impact was more. Yeah.
Whose impact lasted longer then is if you say that.
No,
I would say
you can't go wrong with either one. I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difference between Future and and Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap came to hit the scene and went nuts, but it was just that. So his impact might have outweighed a lot of things that was happening during that time, and Future was out during that time.
Yeah, but also it's gonna take people. I think it's gonna take people down memory lane when 50 come out with some songs. You're like, oh, I forgot about this song. How it make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to Beg for Mercy. I was like, yo, like 50.
The mixtape, Joe? Yeah.
No, the album. Beg for Mercy.
But I'm sorry, not the mixtape. It's a compilation album.
Yeah. But I was like, yo, like he got the voice, he got the presence. Like, it was a point where he just hopped on a song. It was a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a Wayne effect for like good 4 or 5 years. Like, it's really deep. I mean, he got 20 records right now, but just Wayne has a lot. So it depends on like what you pull out. I saw the track for his concert. He missed a lot of hits on that one. You know what I'm saying, I know where you going.
Yeah. Listen, I go hard. Ask my broad, Miss Stevie Wonder. She ain't looking at y'all.
That's a
The
top
rest
five.
goes without me having to say. I go, go.
That's a top 5 Wayne verse for me.
Wayne is in just off of 2000 again. Just off of 2008 alone, I think just Wayne's 2008, John, that you have to confine Wayne in order for 50 to have a chance. But Wayne's just 2008, which was a whole bunch of mixtape shit. I think you could put up against anything 50 do. Any going. If he don't win, it's gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, but like I said,
and that's just with one arm tied behind his back.
But the thing is we look at like Wayne has way more, but it's only 20 records.
How you say what? What you say? How you say?
It's
it?
only 20 records.
Yeah, Wayne got enough. I think Wayne has enough. See, this is the thing about 50. I don't think 50 is a little. I mean, he did like Ayo Technology. Did he do Cry Me a River remix? Did he do a Cry Me a River?
I don't think so.
He might have rapped on the beat on one of his mixtapes.
He did a joint with Sierra. What else? He did a he did a joint with Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
He did a
What was that? Your shoes?
He did a joint with Jeremiah.
My shoes off.
What else? He got the Best Friend joint.
Yeah.
He got he got some other joints like damn.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the Game album. Yeah, I said it, Jay Sean.
What I'll say about
I'm biased.
Wayne, I think Wayne could formulate a more structured, versatile list of 20 songs than even 50. 50, but hold on, 50, my guy. I rock with 50, but I'm just talking about when you put those two names against each other. I'm not even willing to say that 50 gonna get smoked. I feel the same way that you feel. Like 50 could hold his own, and he could dig into a bag, and like you say, even performance. When you said that, I said I don't know. I don't know about 40-year-old Wayne trying to perform. It might be a little different
because we see like even Bone Thugs verse 3-6. I even watched it and like that was a great. I think that was the second best verses. Like the performance wise, even though Bone Thugs was lip singing, but whatever. I think like that was a hard jump because it's like who outperformed who. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come down to performance. Like what Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Freaking
that really happened?
Yeah, it did. Oh, I got another one for you. I got another one for you. Mario versus Omarion. People are like, oh, Omarion gonna smoke him, but let's be real.
Because Jazz had to be hot about that job.
I know you picked Omarion, didn't you?
I did pick
bro, come on. What you were smoking on that day?
Oh, I don't know. Cause we did shout out to Jazz again. Me and Jazz did we literally did, this was like, early on. We did a B2K versus Backstreet Boys versus. Like me and her did it. Yeah. We went like song for song, like, and they couldn't even fuck with the Backstreet Boys. B2K, them niggas couldn't fuck with them. I'm like, wait. She was saying the Backstreet Boys song. I'm like, no, this Joe the slapper.
Yeah, listen. Yeah. A verse I'm waiting for. I doubt it happened. What is Chris Brown or Usher?
Okay.
If anybody knows me, they know who I'm picking.
Baby.
He watched him on his own song.
Who?
Usher watched Chris Brown on that song.
Oh yeah.
And he watched with the dance.
I was just watching it dance.
He did on the clouds. Stairway to heaven. Come on, Breezy.
He was definitely killing it. Baby.
No, but that one, even with that one, I don't think it should be a winner. It should be a celebration of music with that one.
I like that. Quan.
It really shouldn't be any winner with that, John. But they're going to turn, oh, yeah, this and that. It should be a celebration of music.
I like that idea, especially with like a Chris Brown and Usher. They probably got a few songs they could do together. Maybe even, like kind of like performance. Like they probably did. I'm pretty sure they've done like tours together where they've like, sung each other's songs with each other and all that stuff like that. But that'd be dope in like that kind of scene, like where, you do a few songs, let me jump on. Let me help you sing. Like that'd be fire, especially on some like dancing shit. That'd be fire.
If Usher come to Philly, I'm going. Hey, if I got a girl, she leave with Usher. Hey, I don't care. I go. Oh,
he said, "I know you don't love me."
Hey, listen, go ahead.
Cause you ain't the same with Jay-Z's down. So you taking 50.
Of course.
I like Wayne.
I'm wearing a 5XT with the G Unit headband.
G-Unit. 50.
50
all off beat.
50 in the he just two-step. 50 in the house of bounce.
No, Wayne. I don't know that Wayne got the proper. I know he got the skill, but I don't know if he got the proper stamina that it would take in order to like that Jada Kiss that.
Yeah.
That was a different kind of like breath. That's like really knowing how to do that. It was different.
Good job.
So before we move on to it, we got a few Jones. We got overrated, underrated. Okay. So do you got any unpopular opinions?
I do.
All right, let's get it. We at the top of the hour. Let's do. Poof, 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 poof. I would play the music, but Neff getting tired, so we're gonna let him rock out.
Jesus Christ, that dread. So shake 'em.
Yeah.
I ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some.
My man.
Okay. Okay. Where you want me to start? Good or bad?
Wherever you decide.
Okay.
This is your segment.
Funerals are a ripoff. BS.
Wait a minute, coming in hot. Hold up, yo. Quad started snapping.
Funerals are a ripoff. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
don't care who judges me. When I die, I don't give a shit what you're doing. Throw me in the ditch. Throw me in the river. Say to me.
So explain why you feel like they're a ripoff. Just for the people that may hear you say that.
Okay, I'm just estimation. So say the casket costs $3,000-$4,000. Suit costs another $200. Then you gotta pay another couple hundred to put the bomb in Florida, wherever they put your body. Then they put you in the casket. Then you got to pay for the dirt to dig up and then put you in the dirt. It's all really, you know what I'm saying? You're dead.
Mm-hmm.
You're dead.
It's not like they preserving your body. You gonna like people will come back to your headstone, but people not gonna be. It ain't like you gonna be able to come back to the body.
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same way. I guess I never put that much thought into that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like from what I think is, or from my perspective is like, you know, so often you see people who pass and their families can't afford to bury them, and then in a lot of instances they don't get buried until they come. So that's why, like, that would be my main reason. Like, damn, like people not getting buried because of money. That's crazy.
It's just BS, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you're dead, and people make it like, oh yeah, you broke. Well, it's not about being broke. It's about like, what's the point of putting somebody in the dirt that you have to pay for it? Right now, if you want to go plant a flower, it's free. But no, it's not free to put your body in there when you're going to turn to what, dust, vapors, whatever. You're just going to be a part of the grass now. My fault. You're not going to be a part of the grass. You're going to be dirt or dust or vapors inside a casket inside the ground. And conspiracy say that, they take your body out the ground.
I wasn't gonna go there. I ain't want to be the one to say it, but even like that's what I start. Yeah, it happens. They start moving stuff around, and so yeah, no, I agree.
And also,
I agree.
And then also, we get tombstones. We go back to go see these tombstones, but tombstones don't talk back. Like I always say, give me my flowers while I'm alive. Don't put them on my headstone, my tombstone. Cut them alive. I can't smell them.
That's gonna be a promotional piece,
you know
Jazz. Make sure you get the timestamp on that.
I can't smell my flowers when I'm dead, bro. And also, I would hate if I passed and somebody put a tombstone. They kept coming there, bro. Eventually, I want you to let me go. Don't forget about me, but let me go. Like, why you going back to a rock? That rock ain't me. That's my opinion. Unpopular opinion. Call me broke, whatever.
No. We're not gonna chalk it. It's a lot more. That's a deep conversation to open up. I just want to allow you to get your unpopular opinions, but it definitely has risen. Some thoughts have risen in my mind, but we won't drag that out. But it's a conversation that should be had.
Yeah, like right now, I tell a select few of people, if I ever pass right now, like Dashek, Lil Kim, or who else, just those two people. If you have control of my body, just throw me in the ocean, bro. Seriously, I swear to God, throw me in the ocean. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather be eating my sharks than being put in the ground.
Yeah.
Just throw me in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be mad at me, bro? I'm dead. I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Just don't put me in the ground where you have to basically struggle or penny pinch or throw a fish fry for me just to put me in the ground. Also, low key like feeding ego. I pay for your funeral.
And this too, because this why I want us to move. We're gonna move past this, Quan, because it's gonna open up a lot of, you know what I'm saying. But obviously one thing that I want us to mention, I'm going to mention for you is insurance. That's why they're going to say like, but
I'll get into that too.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. And and that's why I say this is one of them rabbit hole conversations. But even I would say the same thing about how did you present this topic? What did you say about funerals?
They're a ripoff.
Right. So I would say the same thing about. I mean, granted, you need it. You should be able to get the care that you need as you need it.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know? I'm just some nigga doing a podcast in his living room.
What Tupac say? I'm gonna start a podcast because that's what niggas do. Next one, insurance is a scam.
Yeah. Oh, you was getting at that?
Yeah.
Listen, a couple of people, a couple of our haters was insurance salesmen. So
yeah, but listen, insurance is a scam.
I agree.
Because hey, let's say your car, right?
Yeah.
If you can't afford the top of the line insurance, if somebody smack you, guess what? You gotta get it fixed yourself. Or matter of fact, I got one for you, right? True story. I used to go to Retro Fitness, McDade Boulevard, Glen Olden, or Holmes, depending on who we're talking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guy was like, actually, his name was Guy. Yeah, I said it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, hey, man, you had a child. Hey, come get insurance to get you a $250,000 quote, right? You have you sign up for it. Oh, it's going to be $20 a month. And hey, that $20 turned to $30. It turned to $40.
He kept up in the
I ain't done, right? So they tell you it's $250,000, right? You know how they say read the fine print? How you gonna read the fine print? And it's what, 0.2 inches? You gotta use the magnifying glass. Read the fine print. Honey, I shrunk the words. Anyways, right? So listen, they don't tell you that the life insurance is for 10 years. So all 10 years that you pay all that money for it, let's say you actually do pay $100,000 insurance. If you ain't dead in that 10 years, guess what?
Is their money?
Yeah. You have to make your own. You have to start a new one. And then say you die the 11th year. And like your son like, yeah, I'm sorry, Dad, but I know you left money for me. Oh, yeah, that ran out last year. He had to start a new one. So you get $48. So is it really worth it?
I see what you're doing there, Quan, and I hope our listeners can kind of like keep up with you with what you're doing there.
I'm not knocking anybody.
Yeah, no, I mean we ain't got to do that. Fuck them. Excuse me. Forget them if that's how they feel, because I mean this is the Young Black and Gifted show and we share our sentiments. I see exactly what you're doing there, and I share some of the same sentiments. But if you don't get it, rewind it back and understand so you can understand a little bit more.
But I'm gonna say this: if you're gonna get insurance, make sure you can read the fine print. Bring that magnifying glass or know what you sign up for.
I would say that too. It's not to say that every situation is bad. I'll be honest with you. In some situations, you want that security. Whether it's life insurance, whether it's on your car, whether it's rental insurance, whatever. But that's what I'm saying too. Like with life insurance, I'm pretty sure that's that type stuff with in your passing. If you got life insurance and you're passing, your life insurance should help pay for your burial and all that.
Even medical insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Like, I've noticed that, like, no disrespect to anybody else on welfare, right? But say you have welfare and you go to the doctor, right? Do you notice that you're there a little longer than everybody else? Because you have the cheap insurance. Or, as I'm watching these movies, oh, man, you can't afford that, so here's some Robitussin for your gunshot wound. But yeah, listen, we took it out for you, but you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I get it. And see, it's a great reference point for a conversation that should be had. But even with that, like it's just like we gotta regroup. What I say the other day, I said regroup, reevaluate, retry.
It's America for you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have shit by the time it's over and done with.
Okay, next one. I don't know if I said this before, but money are more important. No, relationships are more important than money. Because the $100,000 or $1 million is only going to take you so far. But if you have relationships, trust me, they're going to take you way farther.
Okay, I see what you did there. That's fine. Okay, Quan on a roll.
Bars.
I see you.
Bars. Okay,
Yeah.
Now here's another one. Everybody's a hypocrite.
Okay. Oh yeah. I mean that kind of like go into like what we was just talking about the insurance thing too. That like that's
but my only problem is at least be honest about it.
So what do you mean everybody's a hypocrite?
We say one thing, then we do another thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, everybody's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I'm a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. The world's a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites.
So what I think that becomes is, right, because you may be onto something here. So what I think it is the constant battles that people face on a day to day.
Yeah.
In terms of myself, what I would say is that, again, I said regroup, reevaluate, retry.
Yeah.
A large part of what's happening in my life right now is that I'm literally, like, I mean, it happens in all my conversations, my personal conversations, and just even what I'm trying to do with concerning my children. It's like really like stripping yourself of everything that you've been taught. You remember we talked about being programmed from an early age. So a lot of things are learned. You follow me? They're embedded in who we are. Mm-hmm. So, I was kind of like trying to get to that with even when you talking about being a parent, and you talk about the expectations, right? But a large part of it is, you use the word hypocrite. I think a large part of it is because you do have hypocrites. You do have hypocrites who blatantly say one thing and then do.
I ain't say all that. I'm saying it's almost like lying, bro. Like we all lie. Right. Big lie, little lie. That's all I said.
But you got people that say that'll say something like, I'm not going to allow that to bother me no more.
But then it bothers them, obviously.
Yes, it happens. Yeah. And I think that's just a part of. I think stuff like that is a part of the growing pains, because you don't expect for you say something like that. Obviously, you say something like that, like, I'm not going to allow that to bother me because you don't like how it feel. Mm-hmm. But obviously, you're not expecting to go around the corner and then be bothered by the same shit. You thinking that you're going to be a little bit more aware before it come your way and stuff like that. So I don't disagree with you, but I think that is levels to it. You got people that like blatantly do it, like you say, almost like lying. Yeah. But then you got people that's just imperfect, because nobody perfect.
Bars.
Right? You know what I mean? So yeah, I see what you did there. It's fire. It's fire, Quan. Okay, that's it.
No,
there you got more.
I ain't done.
That's fire.
Okay, hold on. I just thought of another one. Hold on. Oh, everything becomes more clear and understanding once emotion is removed from the situation. Bars. Can I get a bomb on that?
Say it one more time for me.
Everything becomes clearer. Is that a word? Well, who cares?
More clear. Yeah, clearer.
Who cares?
More
it's
clear.
a word. It's a word now.
Yeah.
Everything becomes more clearer once emotion is removed from the situation.
Yes.
Bars.
And it's never really a good idea to make decisions within emotion. And that's another. But see, that kind of like go back to my. See, I didn't know that you thought about that, right? But that go to what I just said about the hypocrite thing. Like, I'm not going to allow that to bother me, right? But yeah, no, I think that if you use, in a lot of situations, if you allow yourself time to think things out, you won't make instead of feel things out, you won't allow yourself to make such bad decisions. And I think a lot of the times when we make bad decisions, it's emotion involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got some more. Now,
okay.
This is where it's going to go downhill.
Okay.
Easily. Magic Johnson's not the greatest point guard of all time.
I never heard it. Have people said that?
No, I'm saying it.
Oh, all right.
He's not.
Okay.
It's either Steph Curry, biasly speaking, or John Stockton.
Okay. John Stockton because of the actual stats and the prototype of what a point guard is.
And
you want to say Steph because of what? Because
I'm biased.
Okay.
And because
then I'll be inclined to disagree. I don't know if he's the greatest of all time, but he got 5 championships. He kind of like transcended the game. He made it. He popularized the position.
Ironic. That's the point I was going to make. So I don't have to say anything.
Okay, that's what you was going to say that about Steph.
Yeah, I don't have to say anything else.
So all right, so you could definitely say the same thing about Steph for sure.
Yeah,
just different times. So maybe that fifth championship helped
and Magic Johnson was out of position. But anyways, okay.
Yeah, what is he? 6'8", 6'9"?
6'9".
Yeah.
Okay, Tom Brady ain't the GOAT.
How many times are we gonna do this?
I'm gonna say it again. He ain't the GOAT. He's just the greatest winner.
So who's the greatest of all time?
There ain't no greatest of all time. If we talking about stats wise, Peyton Manning. Yeah, said it. Yeah.
So what? If you're just saying stats, what is stats if stats automatically don't, especially in the game of sports, right?
If you don't win.
what's the point of stats if they don't lead to winning? What is that? You doing? I don't want.
It's funny. Okay, I got another one for you. John Havlicek over Michael Jordan.
Why?
Because he has 8 rings and he's 8-0 in the finals.
But is that because a lot that he was on? No. He was on that team with.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. That matters a great deal.
It doesn't matter.
He was on the team on those teams.
But that's my point. He's a better winner. He's a winner. He's a winner. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point.
John Havlicek.
Yeah, I said it. Okay, I got another one for you, right?
All right.
Who's the greatest boxer of all time?
The greatest?
Yes. Who's the greatest of all time?
Or the most skilled?
The greatest.
What do you mean by greatest? Because boxing is, I know.
I just want you to. Who's
the greatest?
Who's the greatest?
We've been trained to believe that it's Muhammad Ali, right? Because he and I say that respectfully, rest in peace to the man. But I say that because that was a part of how he presented himself. Yes. He marketed himself that way. But I'd be hard pressed not to mention a Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson, he did the same thing. He transcended the game. I mean, the sport of boxing, and he had presented something that nobody had never seen. And then I'll be also hard pressed not to mention Floyd Mayweather, because of the accomplishments and the time attached to it. So the greatest, I don't know. That's why I ask you, because you gotta help me out with that. I don't have just like, I think boxing is such a broad.
Well, the greatest is all subjective anyways, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know. Know. Those if I gave you an answer, it would probably be one of those 3, just from my knowledge.
Whose record is better than Ali's?
Out of the people that I name?
No. George Foreman.
George Foreman was boxing until he was 60, bro. When we was watching George Foreman,
he only lost 5 times though. He's 68-5. No. He's 78 and like 5.
Mm.
But
you got to think about some of those.
But since you said he started boxing 60, LeBron playing at 38.
But LeBron not doing it for money. George Foreman was out there motherfucker for money.
It don't matter.
Any boxer that's out there, it do matter.
But he still won.
Who did he fight? That matters too in boxing. You know that matters. Just because you fighting.
Understand.
Yeah, it's boxing. That matter. That's what I'm saying. Boxing, and I've learned. Shout out to Kai, but he helped spark my interest in boxing. But one of the things I've picked up on my own is that it's such a technical sport. I used to think that it was just like, knock them out, boom. No, you have to use your brain. You have to be strategic. It's a bunch that go into that. So
a lot of people fought nobodies.
I agree, but
Haney, yeah, I said it. Tank, his last fight, who he fight, the YouTuber?
And he did it effortlessly too. It was flawless. I ain't gonna lie. That was out of the maybe last 4 or 5 fights I saw Tank fight. That was flawless.
Well, I knew that was coming because I saw the way Ryan was sparring.
What you call him? The grassy?
The grass cutter.
Hey, yo, chill. Okay,
what my man said? My fault. We need somebody to wash these cars and pick this fruit.
Yo, this dude shout out, dog.
Anyways, right? But I saw the way he would like throw a power shot and always leave his hand open. Wow, that's what happened. He got hit with that liver shot. It was over for him. Shot waves all through his body. I ain't gonna lie.
He wasn't. I mean, when I saw blood, I said it's over. I said Tank don't even look like he's sweating.
They done.
You feel me? So it was.
Didn't he come out with Chief Keef?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to lose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If he'd came out with Lil Reese, I ain't going to lie. I wouldn't have been surprised if he threw the towel. You know what I'm saying? Come at the Grim Reaper.
So you got this other question here, Quan.
I'm not done.
You got more unpopular opinions? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not done.
Okay. My fault. Excuse me.
Sorry, Push, but you're not top 50, bro.
Oh, gosh. I already had this, John.
Sorry.
We was that's what I mean. We already talked about this.
Now clips here.
Top 20 YBG top 20 coming soon.
Never heard of him.
YBG top 20? Oh, you never heard of the top 20 in the YBG?
Never heard of anybody. It's like, no, I'm fucking with you. I'm messing with you. Okay. Now, Outkast over Mobb Deep.
We had this conversation.
No, we didn't. We said what's going.
We didn't talk about it. Yeah, it's been such a long time. Okay, why? I don't. But tell me why.
Because Mobb Deep, great lyricist, one-dimensional. Outkast, global sensation. Mm-hmm. They never had a bad record. They're both lyrically inclined to step into any lane.
Mm-hmm.
Mobb Deep's always been just hip hop. And the whole gangster rap thing, it's yeah, it only get you so far. You know what I'm saying?
So are you measuring that up against impact or records sold?
Both. I think
Mobb Deep was pretty impactful.
Of course they were. But I think
For
that
hip-hop.
Outkast has made a bigger impact. Just doesn't get the respect they deserve though.
I don't know that we
Beats,
get to,
we got the beat selection, sonically sound, impact, lyricism, all in one.
I don't know. I would have to. I mean, that's not your normal, like, when like measuring up to things. That's so like
Accolades.
lopsided. Yeah, it's so lopsided. Like, even in like style, I couldn't even, like, I wouldn't know how to judge that because I wouldn't know how to feel. Like, one's music is gonna make me feel completely different than the other. You follow me? So that'd be lopsided because maybe I'm feeling great. So do I say because I was having a great day and then Hey I came on and it made me feel even more wonderful that Mobb Deep isn't good, and I probably never be in the space to where as though Mobb Deep, but it doesn't mean that it's not good. You follow me?
I'm more hey.
Yeah, I'm more. I mean, because I'm just going off of what I know. Bombs over Baghdad.
So fresh and so clean.
Yeah,
That's a good joint. Southern
Caroline. That joint. That's probably my favorite joint. Looking at the man.
Rosa Parks. One got Rosa Parks.
Yeah,
Get up and get out.
Push.
Get up and get out. What's up? Players Ball.
Yes.
Earlier song. Elevators.
Players Ball. What? Where was
ATLs?
Players Ball on?
That
Was
was
that
on-
Martin? Was they on Martin for that?
Nah, they probably were.
Or was it Jamie Foxx?
No, I think that was on the.
They was on somebody's show.
I think that was on Martin for the Players Ball episode.
Yeah.
What else we got? ATLs,
Mhm.
Elevators, you and me, and
And
her.
that's not saying that Mobb Deep.
They ain't
because I don't know.
no slouches.
Because I can't name all that. I mean, Quan's clearly a Outkast fan, but I just say, like, it'll be hard to, like, you would have to find a common ground between the two, and the only real common thing that you can probably do is record sales, because they so opposites as far as like what they both bring. You follow me?
Now, you gonna be mad at me for this one. You saw that Tupac joint?
I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, sorry Biggie. No, it'll never be my top 10, bro.
Wait a minute, what?
Biggie will never be my top 10.
Wait a minute, what Tupac joint are you talking about?
On Netflix, it can't be my top 10, bro.
What Tupac joint on Netflix?
It's called Dear Mama.
Oh, that joint?
Yeah, it can't be my top 10.
Why? What happened?
Me, no impact.
Oh, you don't think that
Nah,
Big's impact is the same?
Because I think that Biggie has Tupac.
You gonna make me watch that joint tonight?
No, I think that Tupac has the same influence that Muhammad Ali captured.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even about the music. It's about the impact towards the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it's just not in my top 10. Because my top 5 is, I had to take Tupac out
We
my top 5.
gangsters and niggas until we set this shit
No,
straight.
I had to take Tupac out my top 5. Because, like, bro, you can't even be in my top 5. Because it's like I say all the time, no disrespect to Biggie. He's great, but he's a myth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it never happened. And
Why you say that?
because people, listen. We gotta slow down before I say this.
Yeah.
Right? Gotta slow down. The reason why I say they're myths is because no matter how great somebody be, they done it first, and nobody can oversee what they did. From my perspective, right now, who's gonna go out there and rap better than Biggie?
I mean, you got some rappers that might be. I mean, even like a Jadakiss. I feel like Jadakiss.
I agree.
So my point, I'm not saying that Jadakiss is better than Biggie, but because his life and his career was able to play out a little bit better, he probably developed in areas that Biggie had yet to develop in. If you follow what I'm saying.
But what you say he's better than Biggie?
Would I say Jadakiss is better? No.
That's my point.
Oh, all right.
I'm saying no matter what somebody does, it's like no, it's still not better than that.
Yeah,
Or like Tupac made like you feel a certain way, but can anybody actually make you capture that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say they're just so mythical. It's almost like Mozart. Somebody can go out there and make a crazy composition of music.
Mm-hmm.
Not better than Mozart though. Oh, it's similar. It's similar.
It ain't Mozart.
Yeah, it's similar, but it's not great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mozart would have did this better.
Yeah.
They'll find some type of tweak that say, "Oh, that person's better, no matter what."
Yeah. So help me understand. So you were saying that Biggie is. What did you say? How did you start it?
It wasn't impactful to me. Say it's not my
Got
top.
you.
Not top 10.
That's subjective.
Not my top
Because I feel like because I'm very well rounded with both stories and just the impact of both of their passings. I think that Pac was more active, if you follow me.
Yeah. That's why I say it's
Big was before when he died. He was positioning himself to do some of those other things.
Nah, I agree.
Go ahead.
Now I wish that they both would have live to see later years.
Yeah,
true growth.
Yeah.
And one thing, as I'm watching this, I'm like, bro, they died at 25. Think to the position you were when you were 25, and the decisions you make, and look at the decisions they made at 25. You would think they'd do at 35.
And I'm just saying that even though you say that they 25, I'm 36, and it's like even though they were 25, I mean obviously because they were older than I was then, but I'm older than the age they were when they died, and it's still like I still ain't get to that. You follow me?
You know what I'm saying? So
as a 25-year-old, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Big was 24, but I just think that Pac, I think rap might have. That probably wasn't the best thing for him to get involved.
I actually seen an interview where he was saying that he was done with rap and he wanted to venture off into movies.
I think ultimately Pac was revolutionary.
Yeah.
And that's why his music comes across as so powerful, because he speaks with such a passion. He raps with such a passion. And I think that was probably more likely his path.
Yeah.
Now, granted, because of his background and how he come out, you never know, he might meet some of the same troubles in that world too. Not being a rapper, but he probably run into the same thing in being that way.
More so the people that he was around that gravitated more to him. It's like, we all acting wild. I'm acting wild too, almost, and nobody really sat him there and said, "Yo, shut the fuck up." You know what I'm saying? Because
nobody really cared. They only cared about the
power.
Yeah. So shout out to rest in peace to Pac, rest in peace to Big, man. Two of the greatest to ever do it, man.
Top out all time though. Dylan.
Shout out to Neff too. Don't y'all listen? If y'all hear that, that's Neff getting his sleep on. But that's this one. This one is dedicated.
You know what's crazy? Every time he comes over, every time. You know what he says to watch?
What?
Hey, can you watch the massage parlor? That's rush hour too, right?
Yeah, right.
Right? Because
to make you go to sleep.
That's the part you fall asleep at.
Yeah.
Every time. He'll be like, "What are you doing? Hurry up! Don't you ever jump in front of a black man above straight line?" And that's what he'll be like.
Shout out to Neff for coming through. He definitely made a cameo. ZZ made she was out of here by 8:00. She said, "Daddy, I want to get in my bed." She put her little blanket over her head. I looked at her. She was out. She gone. So all right, moving along, Quan. So we still got a few. We moving along.
Let's get up in that thing.
So
underrated lady.
Yeah.
say it again.
Yeah.
Underrated lady.
Young, black, and gifted. We do it for the culture. Every podcast we help bring our people closer. Tired of being underrated, you can ask Jazz. This beat got horsepower like it's polo on a tag. Aquan, let them know it's every Tuesday and Friday. He said it wasn't possible like Twista and Kanye. Renegon, I've been seen it happen like Sasuke. Love is stronger than pride and it's the close to the side A. 12 midnight, I'm still smoking in the driveway. This ain't for the kids, go to Chucky for the child's play. We all gon' burn like Pompeii. Until then, you should grab your seat and come and tune in. What?